Hello, hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Happy Friday. We're gonna try this Mirror's Edge thing again one more time. Hello, hello. It's good to see you all. Now, okay. I've got a couple of tweaks and like other assists and all that to try to fix this. If it still doesn't work, if something still goes wrong with this game during the stream, I might have to consider it a lost cause. But let's just see how the stream goes today. So, yeah. Because I have been enjoying the hell out of this old-ass game. But, anyway. Let's do this right. Oh, hold on. I think... Of course, right as I try to get serious, my game decides... 1 second. Okay, there we go. Huh. Quirk of the interface in the game. Anyway, let's do this properly. Welcome to the Wolf's Den. My name is Ray Langley, and I will be your virtual entertainer tonight. For those of you who don't know me, I am a Wolf Girl PNG tuber. And I do a mix of games. I do reading streams, and yeah, basically I do my own thing. I do what calls to me. I happen to have a love of action games, fighting games, murder mystery novels, and the occasional sing-song. So, with that said, this is the 4th installment of my playing through Mirror's Edge. Let's go ahead and see where we left off.
Drake's organizing a rifle drop near the new CCC building. I'll keep you posted. Keep going.
Right. So, where we were last in the story is that our main character, our player character, Faith, has a sister named Kate who is a police officer who has been framed for a prominent politician's murder. As we are going to uncover that conspiracy, we have been betrayed by pretty much everyone in our circle. And now, Kate has been convicted in a rushed trial and is being hauled off for prison. So, let's go from there. For those who don't know this game, it was released in 2007, which makes this game incredibly old. This came out during the Xbox 360 and PS3 heyday. It is entirely a first-person parkour action game. The combat mechanics are minimal. The shooting mechanics are minimal, but the parkour mechanics and physics are very well done. Being that this game is so old, however, it also does not really hold your hand in terms of oops.
Rick's organizing a rifle drop near the new CCC
Sorry about that.
building. I'll keep you posted. Keep going.
It does not hold your hand in terms of direction. It will highlight a few things to show you where to go. But aside from that, you basically just have to intuit and understand what the game wants of you.
Get away from him, Faith.
Oh shoot. That's right, there are parkour cops now. Faith is a runner, or basically a parkour informations broker. Oh shoot. And the cops are not fond of runners right now, so turns out there is a part of the conspiracy is that there is a project to make parkour cops. Because of course there is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Did one of them have a taser? Okay, fighting them is not gonna get me. Yeah, there was a taser. Ah.
Get away from him, Faith.
This game usually takes a lot of trial and error to figure out where you need it to actually go, and also not run off a building.
Get away from him, Faith.
Ah, shoot. There we go. Dang it. It's been a little bit, so the skill check is like acting as though I was playing this
Get away from
yesterday.
me, mate.
A lot of this is just finding out, okay, so that's where you're supposed to go. That's where you're not supposed to go. Here's how you do it in the fastest possible way. And it all comes together once you figure it out, but... Oh, shoot. See, so once you're able to string it together, the action looks relatively compelling. Oh, is that door? An unexpected reversal, the incumbent mayor has canceled the unveiling of the long-awaited November riots memorial, citing several highly credible security threats as a primary concern. The matter of security threats has lately been an important agenda item for the mayor's re-election campaign, said one political analyst, to assure voters... Shoot. So assuring voters that the safety of the city comes first is going to be a big part of his push to lead the city again. Research scientists claim new material breakthrough. Research at 808 claimed to have developed a breakthrough thermoplastic fiber composite 1,000 times more resistant to degradation than contemporary cutting-edge solutions. This material is perfect for military and civilian application. Researchers claim the fiber is particularly well suited to zero gravity and extremes of temperature, making it perfect for space travel. General William Brashears, founder of 808, says their new material enables the type of travel that for years was principally the domain of sci-fi. Brashears added it would probably be 50 to 100 years before the technology could catch up to the material.
We're gonna have to relocate that drop. I'll get onto Krieg. See if you can lose him.
Oh, shoot. Ah! Yeah, I lost this one.
We're gonna have to relocate that drop. I'll get onto Krieg. See if you can lose him.
How am I supposed... Oh, there. Oh, not good. Ow. Dang it. Oh, shoot. So close. There.
Krieg's gonna drop the rifle inside the CCC building. It's around the corner. Should give you a good view of Gates Convoy.
Oh, oops. Oh, man. Wall run, Faith. Wall run. Not like that. Why? Okay, I shouldn't be messing up. I think I'm just taking this part a little too fast because I'm still like, I'm still a little pulse pounded from that action scene. City threat level raised to red. Mayor Callaghan has raised the city threat level to red, following what he terms a very credible threat. City threat levels are graded on a 5-tier scale, green being safe, yellow caution, or possible but unconfirmed threats, orange representing legitimate information or evidence of a threat without specific information on time and place, red representing legitimate information and evidence of an immediate and specific threat, and violet representing an impending large-scale epic threat.
Drake says Krieg's just stashed the rifle. It's at the top of the atrium you're about to reach.
Whew. Okay, so this is definitely a hey, you're gonna brush up on your wall run now section. This is setting me up for something, and I'm not sure I like it.
Should be some kind of vent near you. Quick route to the sniper position.
Oh, that was an autosave. Let me Yeah, I know I've barely found any of those in this entire playthrough, but let me find the ones I can find.
You see the rifle? Get to it and get that convoy in your sights. Find a way of slowing it down. Try going for the engine. I'm gonna patch you into the CPF channel the convoy's using. Connors, convoy. What's your status? Over? Look looking good. Route is clear. What's happening? Report! Report! Over! Go. You gotta get down there. Shit. Too late. They know where you are now.
Whew. Screw it. I'm just gonna shoot him.
Kate. Kate. Faith? Easy. Effie, I can't believe you've done all this. You're my sister. Take this. It's Mark. He's a friend. He'll guide you away from here. I'll lead the Blues away. Come and find you later, okay?
Well, that's not good. Now I have nobody in my ear. Oh, never mind.
Oh, God. Mark.
I couldn't stop them. They took Kate. I got some of the bastards, though.
Where'd they go?
I heard the mention. The Shard.
The mayor's place?
Yeah.
Shit, Mark. Let me get someone. A doctor.
It ain't gonna happen, Faith.
I'm sorry, Mark. So sorry.
No. No sorries. Just don't let them win.
I won't. Promise.
Thanks, kiddo.
Damn. Rip Merc, you were a real one. Well, now I really have no one in my ear, so, crap. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Gotta do it by instinct. Instinct's bad. What am I hitting? Oh. Oh, I was supposed to get out of the way of that. My bad. Okay, what? Was I not out of the way enough? Oh. Damn it. Dang it. Jeez, that worked even worse. God. think I know what to do. So close. Damn it. Okay, what if I just... Oh, shit. Dang it. Damn.
Security firm Pirandello Kruger have been authorized to draft in more units until Kate Connors is completely secure. It is believed that Connors may have been
Oh,
more updates on the hour.
Good work. Checker.
Gonna shoot me too?
what the?
Right now, you're Kate's best hope.
Weren't these your guys?
No, they're PKs. Pirandello crew. Private security.
What's going on, Miller?
Hope's murder. Turns out there was a man on the inside.
Rope burn?
Yes, you were right about it. I tried to get answers myself.
But why Kate?
They needed a CPF cop to look like Hope's killer. No time to explain more. Take this comms unit and head for the roof. It's where they've taken Kate. I'll contact you when it's safe. I'll hold them off. The roof. Go. Now.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Dang it. Oh, hell no. Damn it. A hall full of bullets, leading to an elevator where I have to wait and get more bullets. This sucks, dude. Dang it, disarming these guys is tough. Dang it.
including the oxygen tunnel in Callahan. The shards are some of the most spectacular views of the city. However, we like to remind you that photography is not permitted on floors 90 through 100K, but truly anti-mag pictures are available in our gift shop, along with keychains, shirts, and a wide range of zero-box snacks and beverages.
Drop any weapons you have, stay where you are, and prepare to be taken into custody.
Thank you for visiting the trial. Have a safe and productive day.
Faith, are you reading me? I'm in the security room, tracking you on the cameras. Get out of the elevator, they're coming.
No sign of her.
Perfect, spread out your team. Heard them say you're in the elevator shaft. Listen.
Dang it! Ah, I missed the. Whew. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. What? How did I miss that? Come on. See, and like, okay, look, I am legitimately doing my best to wall run, and sometimes it just doesn't choose to. I don't get it. Oh, what? There was a gap? Ugh. I can barely see in here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, so that leads nowhere. There's this bar, and then another bar. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to get to the end of that, but I have no idea how. Huh. Huh. Oh. I think I understand you, game. No, I don't. You had me just vault over that instead. What? Maybe if I swing as far as I possibly can. What the hell? Where am I supposed to go? This is whack. Great, and then I fall to my death anyway. This is frustrating. the game suddenly takes a turn for the arbitrary, and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with it. Like, on top of everything else, the lighting is, like, obnoxiously bad. I can't see anything in here. Oh, okay, there was a pit back there that's just complete darkness. Like, what is this? Oh, the lighting sucks. There's barely any footing. There's barely any idea where to go. I get a skill check. I get at this point knowing what I should do, but... Am I supposed to, like, wall jump somehow? I haven't had to use that skill all game. That was a skill they only taught once in this tutorial, and then it's like... But that only worked when there was other ledges to grab onto. This is all smooth. Ah, jeez. Are you telling me the whole time that the game would just randomly throw me off of this duct and I was supposed to stand on it? Because that sounds like what you're telling me, game. And if that's the case, I'm gonna get really mad. That is bad. No, that's terrible. Inexcusable. What the hell? So you're telling me that the whole time you've had me just jump over or off that ledge, that I was supposed to actually just be on it? Then why didn't you let me be on it? Hey game, what the hell? Oh, okay.
I see you now. There's a sniper team guarding this area. You can get back in on the other side. Be careful, mate.
Oh, what?
elevator ahead. I've managed to unlock it. Take it to the server room. You should be able to get to the top floors and gate from there. It looks like the security doors to the roof are closed. Okay. If you destroy those servers, their emergency protocol should automatically unlock the doors. I hope. Good luck, Faith.
Oh, fuck.
Look around. Surveillance for the whole city right under your nose, Faith. Damn. Sounds like they've taken Kate to the roof. They've got a chopper coming in. You'll have to be quick. What the...
Miller? Miller!
Holy crap. Of course.
Jack, you couldn't...
Attitudes like that. Well, that's exactly why I could.
Who's behind this?
Let's just say I know who the bigger fish are.
Callahan. Why us? We're no threat.
Classic warfare. Break the lines of communication. Shoot the messengers. Without hope. And without the runners. Your clients. Those who just won't let go of the old city will be cut off. Vulnerable. And this city can clean up the last of its dregs.
So this is just the start.
I prefer to think of it as an ending. Still, you did a remarkably good job of coaxing out all those loose ends surrounding Pope's demise. It's why you're still alive. You can't live on the edge all your life, Faith. Sooner or later, you have to jump.
Oh shit. Okay, but now what? Like, a lot of his work was still done. Pope is dead. The runners are fractured. Well, I guess there's something to be said about personal victories. Whew. That was a pretty cool game. Like, you can definitely feel the age on it, and due to how like innovative and pioneering it was, you can definitely feel a lot of the mistakes made and the missteps. But overall, aside some minor frustrations and that slightly moderate frustration towards the end there with that one room, I would give this game an 8 out of 10. It's still such a good game. It's still such a beautiful game. Like, there's something to be said about the fact that the game isn't hyper real in its like city, in its cityscape, in its character models, but it still depicts what it needs to. It still feels alive in that way that you need it to feel like you're in an environment as frantic, as like frenetic as this game, as you're running away from a hail of bullets.
A brazen terrorist attack at the Shard has left 9 people dead and many more injured. According to a Callahan staff member, a security breach led to a series of catastrophic outages in the Shard's many public protection systems, causing havoc not just at the Shard, but throughout the city. The suspects in the act are none other than the former CPF officer and accused murderer Kate Connors and her sister, Faith Connors. Although the scope and precise cause of the outages is as yet unclear, many troubling questions have emerged in their wake, including the role of the so-called runners in the destabilization of city operations. In the aftermath of the incident, local security firm Pirandello Kruger will be assisting the CPF. PK and the mayor's office have also recommended mobile phone and email be used sparingly until additional security measures have been deployed, as their security has been temporarily compromised. The whereabouts of both suspects are currently unknown.
Huh. So that ending, like, news blurb really makes it feel like the bad guys overall won. Like, Faith and Kate are on the run. The runners are now demonized. The surveillance state gets to continue. seems like there's definitely more work to be done. Now, I know there is a second game called Mirror's Edge Catalyst. So, and I know that one came out like several years later, so it's more recent, and I think it might have, you know, might have more polish. I don't know. I actually, you know, I actually never heard much about the second game, so I don't know if it's any good or not. I don't know, you know, what the story is like. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should check it out sometime. But like, legitimately, this game is an 8 out of 10. There's as a game played in 2025, that might seem like a high score, like too high, but I like to experience media in the context of the time it was released, not in today's time, because it's not fair to compare something made about 20 years ago to today. There's just been so much more changes and adaptations in video gaming that it would be entirely uncharitable and disingenuous to rate it according to today's standards. Now, as a game made in 2008, this is an 8 out of 10. It has a compelling story, great mechanics, a unique approach in that while FPSs were on the rise, this isn't an FPS. It's a first-person parkour game, a free-running game, with shooting mechanics, but as you can tell, the shooting isn't the focus. The shooting kind of sucks, but that's not the point. You're not supposed to be running and gunning. It's an option, and one I happily took because I am like that. And because it kind of brings back memories. But it was entirely in a class of its own, and aside with that being said, with it being on another level, there are certain unique challenges that come with having a game that is that unique. Wherever they weren't able to really iron out the concepts and the mapping, you can feel it, you can tell. The level design is overall intuitive. I was able to catch on after about three failed attempts, maybe a little more if I was like kind of screwing around. But overall, I got a good sense of where I was supposed to go most of the time, especially as the game went on. Level design's intuitive. Enemy AI doesn't feel cheap. What felt cheap, yet realistic considering the setting, was just the sheer odds. As you can see, there were like waves of armed enemies and just one me. And most of the enemies were wearing body armor. That wasn't fair. But that was the setting, so I can't knock it for that. I'm literally playing, you know, its story. I can't be mad when the story gives me things that would make sense for the story, right? Aside a couple of just frustrating There were a lot of ways to approach a map. There were actually a couple of like alternative routes you could take, but for the areas where there was only one way through, you can tell that they wanted to make it equal parts a skill check and equal parts like this is the way through. Unfortunately, when that happened, it definitely felt like if you don't do it this exact way, if you don't time things with absolute frame perfectness, you're gonna screw up. And I felt that most in that last room there, in that vent area. But aside from that, I didn't get that experience too many times, so I can only ding it like on a frustration level like so hard. Again, it being such a unique game, there were unique challenges that they absolutely could not like 100% score on. That wouldn't be realistic to expect. I'm still gonna rate it accordingly, but I think that overall, Mirror's Edge deserves an 8 out of 10. And I actually do kind of want to check out the sequel? Prequel? I'm not sure. I've heard, like I said, almost nothing about Catalyst, so I don't know where, like, what type of game it is, but the next installment of the game. I don't know when I'll do that, but I'm definitely gonna probably be on the lookout for it when it's on a sale and snatch it up. And then I'll probably give it a go, and we'll see what, now that the initial try was done. Of course, there's no way of knowing if it's the same team and stuff. I think it took a while for that other game to come out. But, at least with this as the lessons learned, I want to see what they did with Catalyst later on down the road, when I get the chance to play it. Looks nice, and the protagonist looks like Faith. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a continuation, but I have no idea, so I don't want to make too many assumptions. But oh, a remake would be kind of annoying. Though I guess I don't know. Let's see, how are we doing it? Oh my gosh. I actually finished the game a lot earlier into the stream than I thought I would. Even with all the yapping. I barely dented my game time, my stream time. Race against the clock through a full chapter from story mode. I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, it quite literally is a speed run, but I'm not good at those. Let's see what I did end up unlocking. Oh. Definitely like the right one, and I'm glad that they kind of just kept that concept for the most part. Oh. That's an absolutely gorgeous shot, and I really love I love how, aside from the animated cutscenes, you never see Faith in the game itself. Like, it really feels like you are running through it. And if I could give bonus points to a game, what am I saying? Of course I can. This is my rating. So, to give bonus points to this game, I absolutely love how immersively first person this felt. Yes, you're playing as the character Faith, but you barely get to see her in the game aside from the cutscenes, like the animated cutscenes where it shifts to third person. Other than that, it is completely through quote unquote your eyes the whole time. And the amount of psychological pressure that put on me was phenomenal. And I say that in the best possible way because running through the levels, running, jumping, climbing, doing all the really cool parkour stuff, it really felt exhilarating in my own chest to watch myself, quote unquote, do that. And when like the tense music kicked in and the cops are like, coming in, guns blazing, and later on the parkour cops are coming after you, that sent me in a freaking panic. Even worse is that because it's first person, only what you are able to see is what you are able to see. Yes, you have a quick 180 turn mechanic. No, it is not advisable to use it because you need momentum and you need to be running now. So when something came up and hit me like from behind, like when one of the parkour cops caught up to me and started hitting me, it legitimately like startled me because oh crap, I wasn't able to see that coming. It was, yeah, legitimately cool, and that bumps this game up like so much because of that like immersion. And I gotta say, like, one thing I did like about this game, and one thing that I hope gets polished in Catalyst or got polished in Catalyst by the time I get to play it, the color theory, I think is the word, in this game is phenomenal. Stark whites for most of the environment so that you know where you're going, you can see in plain blocks the layout, a few other like distinguishing colors so that you're not in a void, but like saving the red for being the highlight color of where you need to go and the objects that are interactable, and also having that be sort of proximity based so that they turn red only when you're like close enough to them. Sublime, absolutely sublime. I love that. I absolutely am one of those that is like rolling my eyes about like painting the wall yellow to show you where to go. I understand the design philosophy of that, but I don't like how like extreme it is. This was just right. This struck my brain nerves in the right way and just like tickled it just enough to where like I knew where I was going. It helped make the game feel even more instinctual, but it never really felt like it was holding my hand. In fact, in some cases, I almost wish it would kind of like nudge me a little bit better, but 90% of the time, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Beautiful, wonderful design elements of this game. Love it. Ooh, this was a cut prison level. This is what I'm talking about. The POV, and it's not just POV, it's like the most true POV I've ever seen and ever felt. Like most you know, most first person games, especially first person shooters, the camera feels like it's in your chest. You know what I mean? You look down, you see your feet, and that's about it. Like you see your waist and your feet. It feels like the person's head is like actually more where their chest is. This game really nailed the first person point of view. Like I definitely felt that I was like a 5 foot something mid to like middle to upper 5 foot um person, and when I looked down I saw like my torso, like my actual torso, and it was like so ah it's the things they did right. I just want to mwah. It's so good, and it's so good that the game has a hard like a mechanic that's baked in, that when you land or walk towards a ledge without like vaulting yourself off it, you automatically stop and look down and you get that kind of view. It's so good. I love how blurry the city gets sometimes, or how blurry the environment gets sometimes, because there comes a point when you're running fast enough or for long enough in the game that you basically hit a top speed, a sprint, and yeah, true to life, shit gets blurry at that speed. Trust me, I know, and it's really, it really helped sell again that immersion, that exhilaration when. Let me put this another way. For those of you who've played other games that have a combat roll mechanic, the closest example I could think of that I've played before is Overwatch. The cowboy character has a combat roll, and when you do it, the camera just sort of jiggles. It kind of does a down and up jerk. You know, it just kind of goes like down and then quickly goes up. This game, I absolutely loved when I did a high jump, because the only way to not get damaged or potentially die was to do the roll afterward, and I loved seeing that, because this is the only game I've seen so far that actually shows what a roll looks like in first person, and it was so good. It was disorienting, it was dizzying, shit gets blurry. The more I talk about it, the more I want to bump the rating up, but I remember like the frustrations I had, so I'm tempering it. But the things they did right, they did so right. Ooh, concept sketches of Celeste. I'm sorry. I know that, like, you know, the cops had generic models because they have to, but I can't get over this, like, yo, whose Temu Albert Wesker is this? Ooh, I really like the middle one. The left one kind of looks like Jet Li for some reason. Also, whoever was on the art team for this game, good lord. like, wow, this person is really good at capturing, like, look at the individual lines in Miller's face here. Just, holy shit. Makes me a bit mad they went for softening Faith's features for the cover images and that stuff. Yeah, I get that. I think they definitely could have stood to, like, you know, make her look a little rougher. Okay. The gas mask version, I'm glad they abandoned that, because if they had me do like anything with like tear gas or anything, I would have been pissed. That said, who on the team was watching Kamen Rider at the time? Because look at this. Look at this shit right here. I mean, it definitely evokes more of a knight-like imagery, which is, you know, perfectly in line with this freaking power-hungry security firm. But wow. I absolutely hated that there was no way to take these guys down. Like, they were so skilled or, like, so padded up that it was impossible. It's just, like, hit them. And the only way to take them down in the end was to steal a gun from a different cop and just blast them. I was so mad with them when they just would not stop shooting, like, pursuing me and kicking the crap out of me. I don't know if you guys saw earlier, but when I finally got the opportunity to just blow them away, I double tapped on one of them. And the other one, I shot him so much that I made sure to push him off a building. Oh, these are cool. I like this idea. Like, we know that the runners are a network, but we never see any others. So it's cool that they at least try to sketch some and, like, have an idea for some of the looks. Yeah, that's one thing I love is that even in cutscenes, they didn't. There was definitely a limited amount of stuff they could do while keeping the game feeling dynamic. But I loved that even in cutscenes, they never left first person. And then I love these generic ass server looking things. They're great. I like these sketches a lot. They definitely look more. They look moody as hell. I wonder what else I could have unlocked. Like, how many other things I could have. Maybe on my own time I'll try to get those, but I'll definitely have to cheat and, like, look up a walkthrough and find. Oh, here's how you get all this, dumbass. Cause I was really bad at, like, I was so immersed and so invested in, like, the story and not wanting to dilly dally. Like, I always felt like there was an invisible timer in the game, which is crazy. Like, I always felt like and it definitely helped in that more than a few times, more than a few levels, like there was a bit of an invisible timer where if somebody got a little too far away from you, you would have to restart and it would just like automatically end. So I never knew when those were gonna kick in, so I was always just running and just hurrying. So I need to, at some point, maybe sometime off stream, uh, just go back and the parts where that's not happening, take it slow and look for the bags and get more unlockables and stuff. But aside from, yeah, there's really no other like modes in this game. There's speed run, which basically is just gonna time you, like for real, a visible timer, uh, as you do the story mode. And then time trial, I think, is just like doing race selected courses and increase your skill rating. Play offline. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, I remember. Off stream at some point, I tried a couple of these. I'll try this one real quick, just to see what it looks like. Oh shit. Oh sh. Yeah, I'm absolutely doing terrible. Oh shoot. Okay, I guess I can't dismount like that, huh? Well, that was terrible. I'm not doing that again. Not because like I'm just not built for this for those type of modes. I'm not a time trial type of person. I like to believe I can do things fast, but then no. Dang. Aside from that, there's the only replayability at this point for me is to go back and do the game and get the rest of the unlockables, which is probably going to be more like concept art and maybe music tracks, stuff like that. So, but hey, you know what? We did it. We reached the end of the story mode of Mirror's Edge. So, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed watching me go through that the past few weeks. Dang. I don't want to be done yet, but I am. There's not much else for me to do, so. Oh, hi Shiro, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. Sorry that I'm just about done. But yeah, I hope the past few weeks of watching me struggle through the game was entertaining enough. Cuz I definitely had fun playing it. So well, I guess that means that next week I'm going to have something new in store for you guys. How exciting. But oh, you know what? I just remembered again. Next week begins the month of September. Which means I might start getting an early, what do you call it? An early week, kickoff to my spooky season games. We'll figure that out, but there's so much to consider. There's so much to think about, so much to plan for. I'm getting really excited just thinking about it. But yeah. So, what a way to end the summer. Sort of. You know, sort of end summer, but what a way to sort of bide my time until the spooky season then with a game like this, and that was a lot of fun. So definitely at some point, like I said, when it's on a sale, look forward to me scooping up Mirror's Edge Catalyst and giving that a go. I will definitely try that out for you guys. And if there's any other games like this, you know, any high energy, adrenaline pumping, you know, first person preferable games like this, please let me know. I'm gonna be on the lookout for stuff like this because woo, this was fun. Spooky month is October, isn't it? Yes, it is. It is, Shiro. But for me, my rule, at least in this household, is that if Christmas season can start on November 1st, Halloween season can start on September 1st. I mean, there's no holidays in September anyway, so, you know, might as well start letting in the spooky spirit and start getting a little bit, you know, start getting a little creepy with it and watching the leaves fall and start to turn orange like a jack-o'-lantern. Dying Light, parkour, and zombies. Ooh, that's an idea. But yeah, I'm gonna start figuring out my yeah, I won't lean entirely into the spooky. Or will I? We'll see. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching me play through this game. Thank you all so much for being here and hanging out. What do you call it? I have a lot in store for the upcoming season, and I'm very excited. I also have there's more I want to do now, but I gotta wait. I gotta wait a little bit. I gotta wait. But yeah, expect my schedule for the next week to come Sunday, probably. I try to have everything ready and, you know, up for the week by Sunday night. So be on the lookout for that. I'll drop my schedule on my Twitter, my Blue Sky, on this channel, under the posts section. So I try to have it submitted no later than 9 or 10 p.m. PST. So for some of you, that might be Monday, but I will have the schedule up around that time for next week. And yeah, I'm not gonna have anything to stream until Monday, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and say that my initial goal of getting 50 subscribers by the month's end didn't go quite to plan, but we got so close. We got to 44 subscribers, and for that, for each and every one of you out there, my wonderful Rainiacs, my awesome Langsters, I'm so happy you're here. Every single one of you is another reason for me to keep doing this, another reason for me to look forward to streaming, and sometimes another reason for me to get out of bed, you know? So, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for chatting, for being, for just being, you know, supportive and awesome. And, you know, just, I know I'm not the only virtual entertainer out there. As they say. I know you have many choices of virtual entertainment, but thank you very much for choosing Ray Langley. So I will see you guys on Monday. I will have the schedule out Sunday. I might do a gorilla this weekend, because it is a long weekend. At least over here in the USA, we have what is called Labor Day coming up on Monday. So we're gonna have a long weekend. Some people were already off today. Some people are gonna be off on Monday, and then for those who don't work on weekends, that basically gives up to a 4-day weekend. So I may do something just silly tomorrow. We'll see. I don't have any real plans, but just don't be too surprised if I do announce a gorilla of some sort. And yeah. But until then, make sure you guys eat well, stay hydrated, and get lots of good rest, because the world needs you at your best, and you should be taking care of yourselves anyway. Be kind to yourselves, be excellent to each other, and, as always, make sure you unshrimp yourselves. Have a radiant rest of your night. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye.